Have you ever had a moment where a woman said something to you and deep down you felt a knot in your stomach? Maybe you brushed it off. Maybe you thought you were overreacting. But a quiet voice inside whispered, "That's not right." So many men ignore these warning signs because they want to believe the best, or they are afraid of losing the relationship. But here is the truth. Certain things a woman says reveal her true feelings. About you, about the relationship, and about where her heart really is. If you hear them and ignore them, you risk months or even years of frustration, disappointment, and pain. I am Dr. Anna Collins, and for many years I have helped men just like you understand women, relationships, and the psychology that lies underneath what they say and do. And today, I want to walk you through 5 things that, if a woman tells you, should make you stop and think very carefully, because they may be signs that she is not the right person for you. By the end of this video, you will not only know these 5 phrases, but you will also understand why they matter, what they reveal about her mindset, and most importantly, how to respond with dignity and self-respect. And if you are new here, I would love for you to subscribe. Every single day, I share fresh, practical advice about men's health, confidence, and relationships, designed to help you feel stronger, more attractive, and more connected. So hit that button now and let us begin. Now, let us start with the first. When a woman says, "I need space," it can mean many things. Sometimes it is honest. She is overwhelmed, she needs time to think, and space can actually be healthy. But when space becomes a way of keeping you in her orbit without true commitment, it is a problem. You may notice that she pushes you away when you ask for closeness, but still wants your attention, your energy, or your resources. It is like she is saying, "I do not want to lose the benefits of you, but I do not want to give you myself." If you feel like you are in limbo, waiting and hoping, while she takes all the time she wants, that is not love. That is control. And men who accept this usually find themselves drained, anxious, and walking on eggshells, wondering when she will finally decide. Here is the truth. A woman who values you will not want to risk losing you by pushing you too far away. Space in a healthy relationship is mutual, respectful, and temporary. But space as a permanent excuse is not something you should settle for. And the key here is to notice how you feel. Do you feel respected and calm during this space? Or do you feel anxious and discarded? That difference tells you whether her words come from love or from indifference. And here's one more thing to remember. Love should not leave you guessing. If her request for space feels more like punishment than partnership, then she is showing you exactly where you stand in her heart. A woman who truly loves you will never create distance as a way to control you. She will use space as a way to grow closer in the end. If that is not what you are experiencing, it may be time to ask yourself whether you are holding on to someone who has already let go. This one sounds innocent, even noble. A woman looks at you and says, "You deserve better." On the surface, it may feel like care, but often, what she really means is, "I am not going to give you what you need, but I want to sound kind while I back away." You may notice the contradiction. She tells you that you deserve more, yet she makes no effort to give you more. She says she is not good enough, yet she continues to accept your time, your energy, and your commitment. These words are not a gift of honesty. They are an escape hatch wrapped in gentle language. The danger is that many men hear this phrase and try harder. They think, "If I just prove my love, she will see I do not need anyone else." But that only leads to more disappointment because she has already told you she is not willing to rise to meet you. Here is the truth. Love is not about convincing someone to value you. It is about 2 people meeting each other with equal energy, equal respect, and equal care. If she truly believed you deserved better, she would either step up and give it to you or let you go with clarity and honesty. And here's the key to remember. When a woman says, "You deserve better," take her at her word. Not as a challenge to prove her wrong, but as a message that she is not prepared to be the partner you need. Those words are not an invitation to fight for her. They are a warning that she has already stopped fighting for you. This one catches so many men off guard. You meet a woman, the chemistry feels strong, the connection seems real, but then she says, "I am not ready for a relationship." On the surface, this sounds like timing. Maybe she just left a breakup, maybe she has stress in her life, maybe she wants to focus on herself. But notice what often happens next. She continues to enjoy your attention, your affection, and sometimes even your intimacy, just without commitment. What she is really saying is, "I do not want a relationship with you." Because here is the reality. When the right person shows up, suddenly the timing feels right. People who are truly drawn to each other find reasons to make it work, not excuses to hold back. If she tells you she is not ready, believe her actions more than her words. If she keeps taking but never giving, you are being used as a placeholder, not cherished as a partner. And here is where many men lose themselves. They wait, they hope, they prove themselves, thinking that eventually she will be ready. But often the day never comes. Respect yourself enough to hear the truth. A woman who truly wants you will not let not ready stand in the way. She will be ready because you are the one she wants to be ready for. And here's the deeper lesson. Love does not require you to sit in the waiting room of someone else's indecision. If she truly values you, she will step forward with clarity. If she does not, then your strength lies in stepping away. Not to punish her, but to protect your own heart and to leave space for the woman who will choose you without hesitation. Now, this one may sting the most because it feels like affection. She cares about you, she values you, but not in the way you need. When a woman calls you like a brother, she is putting you in the category of family, not romance. Many men convince themselves they can change this. They think if they just stay close, if they just keep showing how good they are, eventually she will see them differently. But in most cases, that shift never happens. If she sees you as a brother, she will turn to you for comfort, advice, and support. But when it comes to romance, she will choose someone else. And you will be left feeling confused, undervalued, and sidelined. This is why it is so important to listen carefully. If she labels you as family, do not wait for her to rewrite that script. Walk away with respect for yourself and open the door to someone who will see you as a man, not a sibling. And here is something worth remembering. The right woman will never confuse you with a brother. She will feel the difference immediately, and so will you. A woman who truly desires you will not hesitate. She will not blur the lines with family comparisons, and she will never leave you wondering where you stand. She will make it clear, with her eyes, her presence, and her words, that she sees you as a man she wants, not a brother she needs. This is the clearest, most honest signal of all. When a woman tells you she does not see a future, believe her. It is not a challenge for you to overcome. It is not an obstacle to work harder for. It is a boundary. Too many men waste years trying to convince a woman to change her vision, to see a future that she has already closed off in her mind. But here is the truth. Love cannot grow where one person has already decided it does not belong. If she cannot picture you in her life long term, she will always hold part of herself back. You may feel it as distance, as hesitation, as lack of commitment. And no matter how much effort you put in, you cannot build a shared future with someone who does not want one. This is why it is so important to take her words seriously. When she tells you directly that she does not see a future, she is giving you clarity. Painful clarity, yes, but clarity that can set you free to find someone who does. And here is the hopeful part. Somewhere, there is a woman who not only sees a future with you, but cannot imagine her life without you. Do not waste your time on the one who does not. And remember this, accepting her words is not weakness, it is strength. It shows that you respect yourself enough to walk away from what is not meant for you, and to open the door to the kind of love that chooses you fully. The end of one path is not the end of your story. It is simply the beginning of the right one. So, let us bring this all together. When a woman says, "I need space," but still keeps you hooked. When she says, "You deserve someone better." When she says, "I am not ready for a relationship." When she says, "You are like a brother to me." Or when she says, "I do not see a future with you." These are not random phrases. They are signs. Signs that she is not truly invested, not truly committed, and not truly the right one for you. Your job is not to convince her otherwise. Your job is to listen, to respect yourself, and to walk away when the signs are clear. Because here is the truth. Love is not about begging someone to choose you. Love is about being with someone who cannot imagine not choosing you. If you found this video helpful, I invite you to subscribe. Every single day, I share clear, practical advice on men's health, psychology, confidence, and relationships, all designed to help you live stronger, love wiser, and walk taller. Take care of yourself, value your worth, and remember, when a woman tells you who she is, believe her. And walk toward the life and the love that you truly deserve.